What's up, everybody? Dave Bartosiak here, and I've got another chart of the day. I hope you're getting revved up V12 style, baby. We're talking about Ferrari, ticker race. How appropriate. It would be nice if they did a little bit better racing in F1, but hey, one of these days it's going to happen. Why am I talking about Ferrari? Well, there's been some tops, right? It's like every time it gets just a little bit above 500, there seems to be a problem. And the last time there was an earnings report where it gapped down. Now, since that, the stock has filled that earnings gap. Now, we usually talk about these gaps when it's, a gap up that retraces. When you get these gaps down that have been filled and then the stock turns down, it's not great, okay? It's a little bit of a cautionary tale right now. So you have that. Now, this is range bound. How do I know it's range bound? Well, the eye test tells you it's range bound, right? Basically between 400 and 500. There's a pretty wide range there, 25%. However, you also have a horizontally sloped 200-day moving average. That tells you it's range bound. And typically when you have a range bound stock, that 50-day will sort of meander about doing what it's doing. Now, you could argue, hey, there have been higher lows since Liberation Day. Yeah, that's good and all. But it's also really struggling at 500. Okay. Now, today, depending on what time this gets out, we're going to have the successor to the SF90. SF90, a real high dollar car. It was Ferrari's first hybrid powertrain, and residual values are dropping like rocks. And if the successor to the 812 tells you anything, the SF90 successor is probably going to be more expensive, and the SF90 was not a cheap car. So you're wondering, are they going to fill the order book on that one? I don't know. I'm sure they will, right? Because they always do. But you're starting to get a lot of cars coming onto the market and not enough people coming in to buy them. And that's why these residual values are starting to come down. Anyway, they do have the F80 coming. So that's, I think, a reason for some of the optimism, because obviously you have high margin when you have a hypercar like that. But, coming down under pressure after filling this gap, I don't like. Now, you do have the 50-day today that's overhead. I also don't like that it's overhead. I would like to see a rebound through that 50-day on some decent volume. I don't think we're getting any of that today. RSI, it didn't get to overbought, but it still did tick down. So for me, I think you see a little deeper of a dip. Could the 200-day moving average come in and support the stock? Absolutely. Do I think it will? No. I think we're going to get down to these lows, 430 or worse, back down to 400. Because of the range-bound nature that this thing has been, and this bounce that failed, okay, after earnings. So this has kind of already been cleared out. This gap has been filled. For me, I think there's going to be some downward pressure on this, regardless of what happens with the announcement of the SF90 successor. And if you look, you scroll out a little bit, we can see that this sort of 400 to 500 range, it's been a broad consolidation really for the last almost 2 years. So a lot of the move has been made. A lot of the excitement has been priced in, I think. And maybe it continues to be range bound. But for me, if I'm a long-term holder, I'm definitely waiting to see 400, I think, before I'm adding more. And it's not something that I'm all revved up about right now. Okay, I think there's going to be some headwinds from a global perspective. Now, granted, you are going to have rates come down a little bit lower, which is a good thing when you're talking about Ferrari. But overall, I can't be that bullish on this thing. Range bound at best. I guess we'll have to wait and see. All right, folks, if you're on Zacks.com, be sure to follow the author so you can get all of the chart of the day articles as they come out. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you won't just see me. You'll see everybody else at Zacks and all their wonderful video ideas. So for everybody here, I want to say thank you so much, and I'll see you again later.